As part of its efforts to fight the legacies of colonialism and hold colonial powers accountable for their crimes, the International Conference on Colonialism Crimes in Africa renewed the need to unification as a step towards redressing the historical injustices through the criminalization of colonialism. The conference emphasized on taking action to reach historical justice for a continent that has long suffered the massive colonial damage felt in every corner of the continent.
I think that us coming here today shows that we have the intellectual integrity, we have the mental strength to know that colonialism will continue its impact unless we do something different.
Through several academic debates and unified African voices, the conference presented the human, cultural, economic, environmental, and legal dimensions of colonial crimes with a focus on intergenerational trauma, the spoliation and destruction of African cultural heritage, the exploitation of resources, and the inequitable economic models inherited from colonialism.
It's important that African countries get together and organize themselves to discuss this very important question. So it's not just a question of the crimes of colonialism in the past, but also the crimes that are continuing.
The conference, initiated by Algeria and adopted by foreign ministers and high-level representatives from African countries, was culminated with the Declaration of Algiers that showed the commitment of African nations towards redressing the crimes by colonial powers in the past, as it demanded the recognition of these dramatic human impacts.
We need to approach this much more strategically and in a coordinated and proactive fashion. I have argued that we need to constitute a panel of experts, of political scientists, historians, insurance people, to be able to begin to crunch the numbers and work out.
The Declaration of Algiers also deplored the structures of global governance that continue to reflect the power imbalances inherited from the colonial era and called for the rectification of these structural inequalities to achieving genuine restorative justice.
So I think for African countries to take a stand, African governments to take a stand, but what has come out of the conference, I think, which is very important, is the importance of the African people themselves.
The Algiers Declaration remains a vital step towards the recognition of the crimes of colonialism and constitutes a practical means for providing Africa with lasting instruments of remembrance, truth, justice, and reparation for a just, prosperous, and dignified future for generations to come.